Before I cover this plugin, please note that I may not be 100% correct on how it works. I'm just here to explain it to the best of my abilities to benefit you as a user. Early in 2014, a guy by the name of Link2012 created an ASI plugin that allows players to sideload modifications into their game. Players benefited heavily from this because they were able to load Clio scripts, additional ASI plugins, texture modifications, sound modifications, and pretty much everything else without modifying the original game files. Thanks to Link2012 and several other contributors, we now have one of the most useful modifications to ever hit the San Andreas modding scene. Now let's show you how to use it. Before installing Modloader, you will need to install Clio 4.0 or greater, as well as Silence ASI Loader. A link to both of these is provided in the description. Our final requirement is version 1.0 of the game. I will not be covering how to downgrade or obtain the executable in this video. If you don't know how to install any of the requirements that have been specified, you really shouldn't even own a computer. Download Modloader. Open the zip file and drag and drop the modloader.asi and the Modloader folder into your GTA San Andreas main directory. This is where the exe is located. Congratulations! You successfully installed Modloader. Now we can get into the actual meat of this tutorial. All of your modifications are going to go inside of the Modloader folder. Each modification that you install should be installed in a new folder inside the Modloader folder. As an example, I like to make subfolders like vehicles, skins, weapons, sounds, etc. Then, I sort the files into those subfolders to help keep things organized. It doesn't really matter what you name your folders, just try to keep your modifications organized. And as a side note, if any modification is not inside a subfolder inside the Modloader folder, it will not be loaded and possibly cause issues in the future. So please, put your mods into different subfolders. When you install several plugins at once, you are prone to run into problems. Test your modifications one at a time. This will help you with debugging plugins that don't work with your game as you drag files in. Too many people do this, and so you should really get into habit now. It helps you across the board with all sorts of different games, including Elder Scrolls, Fallout, etc. It's a global thing. Test them one at a time. Loading audio into the game through Modloader is pretty complex. Thankfully, there's a lot of packs out there that already have the audio sorted for you. So here's a preview of generally what the structure of the folders looks like. Alright, let's move on. Contrary to popular belief, you can actually use time cycles with Modloader, allowing various color changes to your games. These are quite popular for EMBs, so stop putting them in your data folder and hook them in using Modloader. If you're unsure of what a time cycle is, it basically controls the weather and the color of your skies. I also forgot to mention that it controls your draw distance without using a plugin. Modloader also has some key features that make it really awesome. In the latest version, most mods you install can be refreshed in-game. This is a great way to preview vehicles, skins, and even textures. Oh, and you can also turn off mods through the custom menu in-game. Let's talk about assigning priority to modifications. In the in-game menu, you can navigate to each subfolder you've created and give it a priority over others. 100 is the highest and 0 is the absolute lowest. As a general rule of thumb, always have your vegetation mods override your texture modifications. So I'd put the priority of vegetation higher than the textures. Everything else can probably be left alone. I've just about covered all the points necessary to install your own modifications. Just try not to throw your computer out the window, alright? Also, please don't message me for help. I'm not your tech support guy, okay? You can figure this out on your own. You're a big boy. You got this.